everybody, I'm Corbin with Brainstorm Brewery. Today I want to do a little experiment. I play a lot of MTG Arena, like I assume you do, right? A lot of people play the game and they amass wild cards. As you can see, we're sitting at 52 rare, 34 mythic rares. So what I'm going to do today is show you, let me write that down real quick, is show you one of the ways you can be a little more efficient with your gems in the game. As you can see, I am low on gems, low on gold, and so on. So what I have done is amassed a ton of packs through drafting. As you can see here, I have 163 individual Zendikar Rising packs. I drafted it a bunch. So let's go look at my card pool real quick here. And let's just look at the Zendikar Rising cards that we have here. I can do it like this. Rare, mythic rare. I guess we'll go collected, not collected here. You can ignore this awesome Merfolk deck at the bottom. But look at our rares and mythic rares here from the set. As you can see, I've amassed a fair amount through drafting, but certainly not all of them, right? So there's going to be a lot that we fill in. The way it works on Arena is it will fill in the ones you don't have before you hit all of them. But once you have all of the rares, you then begin getting 20 gems instead in each spot. And obviously opening all these packs is going to give us wild cards, right? Because we have 150. It's going to fill up the different mechanics it has to give you more packs and more wild cards. So what we're going to do here is actually what you can do if you have a ton. Now, I don't know if I want to do it because of how many rares I am missing. But one of the things you can do is turn your wild cards into the cards you're missing. Say you're missing 15 rares, right? If you want to use 15 wild cards to craft those rares, you then don't have to open them in packs. It will basically convert wild cards back to gems. It's a weird way to do it and only kind of comes up in very, few circumstances. But that's how it works. So, and we actually had these colors all checked wrong. So here you can see all the rares. So some of these, of course, I'm not sure which, but some of these can be Planeswalker deck cards, stuff like that isn't actually in the draft boosters, but a lot of this is. You can see I've amassed an amount. So we've made note of how many we have. So now we're going to see what happens when we open 163 packs 10 at a time. We started at 52 rare, 34 mythic rare cards. Let's go 176 common and 257 uncommon. So another thing you can do is, if you have a ton of common and uncommon, is use those to fill out your play sets of all the commons and uncommons. You, in that way, can convert your common and uncommon wild cards not to gems like you can with the rare and mythics using that method, but basically into vault progress, right? You can that is the most convoluted way possible to somewhat convert common and uncommon wild cards up to rare, mythic, rare wild cards. So just the small ways you can gain those small edges. But now what we're all here for is to open 163 packs. Let's do it. All right, what do we got here? Filling out. And these are the mechanics I was talking about. Opening packs get you uncommon wild cards, as well as filling up a rare wild card. And then every 4 of those, it looks like, something like that, you get a mythic rare wild card. So let's continue here. There you go, Yasharn. This has been a big one in Historic recently. Also pretty good in Commander. And you can see we're just filling this up. Look at just stacking those wild cards, essentially, not to mention, rare wild cards, mythic rare wild cards. So very quickly, we're filling out all of those rares that we didn't have before. And once we hit all the rares, it'll start giving us gems instead. Now, it doesn't do that with mythics, but we're we're just kind of on the grind here. But this whole time we're doing this, look, we're just stacking up these rare and mythic rare wild cards as best we can. And all of this came off of a $200 investment into the platform. I spent $100 on gems twice, and then I drafted a ton, rose up quite a bit in the ranks over this season. I really, really love Zendikar Rising as a format. All right, so we've got to be close now, right? We're about halfway through our packs, opening them 10 at a time, adding a ton to the account. Let's go see where we're at now with just IndyCar Rising cards. All right, there you go. We clear all these new out. We can see we're getting pretty close here. Got some rares to fill out, some mythics, and we can start if we want to start. I came to check because it might be about time to use our wild cards. And you can see here we open the vault. We'll do that at the end. Not quite, I think, but almost time to start using wild cards to turn them into these cards. But yeah, why not, right? Let's do it. So you can just right-click on a card to start crafting it like this. And so now you can see we're going to use a lot of these wild cards that we just created, but we're going to end up converting it into gems by the end. That's how it's going to work. So we're just working our way through here. Again, not worrying about the mythics, just the rares. The inscription cycle, the sweet one here. Okay. So it's a mythic, not going to worry about it. Here's a rare. Obviously, I think we would all prefer if instead of these convoluted ways here to just kind of maximize, and this is what we do with Brainstorm Brewery, right? It's what we do on the podcast every week. It's just help you maximize your money in the game. And not really a way to make money with Arena per se, unless you get very good at the Arena Opens. But you can really make it, you can at least make your dollar stretch a little bit with sort of tips and tricks like this, right? Because the end result of all of this is I'll be, I put in that $200 and got, I think it's 40,000 gems, right? That's what you get. But at the end here, the result is going to be that I will be at wherever I'm at on wild cards, but I will have more gems than when I started by quite a bit in theory, right? So the idea is that you end up with, say, 45,000 gems or whatever instead of just the 40. So just ways to kind of make that initial investment stretch a little longer. And it must be said at the end of all of this, right? I'm going to have a complete set of Zendikar Rising. This is something I've been able to do with most of the sets over time. Not putting $200 into each one, but I usually drop $100 when each set comes out because I love to draft, and you have to really, if you want to draft super consistently and regularly when the set is new and try to rise through the ranks, you have to, you're gonna have to spend some gems drafting once you really start climbing a little bit. So, all right, there we go. Looks like we're basically through here. Yeah, that'll do it. Everything else looks like a mythic to me. So, there you go. We're at 830 gems. And now we get to convert. Don't need to save any changes to that deck. 73 more. Let's do it. And there you can see, I guess I forgot the Roiling Vortexes. But there you can see we start hitting the gems, and now everything's a gem. Now we open 10 packs, and we get... I guess 200 gems a go, more or less. Of course, we're still opening mythics. Not to mention you can open wild cards, right? So, look, it was a big investment, the $200 in. Obviously, you're not going to get anything like that out. But, hey, I also have a stocked Arena account, and I enjoy the grind. And obviously, there you go, the full 200 gems. I could have backed off a little bit with the drafting. I could have slowed down. I could have, spent more time building up gold. I did not exactly have a bunch of gold going into the season. But there you go. This is how you can sort of work to maximize your drafting, your gems, your wild cards, the resources you have available to you on Arena. This is some of the tips and tricks you can use. So, all right, as a reminder, we started with 52 rare, 34 mythic, 176 common, 257 uncommon, and 830 gems. We're ending about 1,000 up there. We're at 1,890 gems. We have, let's see now, 222 common, 319 uncommon, 55 rare, 47 mythic rare. So we're up 5 rare mythic or wild cards only, but we just completed the entire set of Zendikar Rising, and that's a gift that keeps on giving because that set's going to be legal for essentially 2 years from this point in Standard, which means you're going to be getting on the rewards tracks, you're going to be getting those packs. And when it comes back for a flashback draft, you're going to be getting those packs. And now, for the next 2 years, every time I open up a pack of Zendikar Rising, it's going to be gems. So it takes a while to get going on Magic Arena, but this is one of the ways once you're there, you just kind of can build up gems and really helps to keep the game cheaper if you're not trying to really grind a season hard like I did there. So all right, everybody, thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun. Oh, I didn't mention, we had opened up the vault. So you can add a mythic rare and a rare one to that as well. So everybody, thanks for watching. I'm Corbin Hostler. I do Mining Modern for Cool Stuff Inc. on YouTube every week. I also host Brainstorm Brewery along with Jason Alt and DJ Johnson, which you can find on YouTube at this channel. As a matter of fact, click that subscribe button if you want. The podcast is out every Friday. You can also get it anywhere you get your podcasts, whether that's Apple Podcasts or any other app like that. So everybody, thanks for watching this video. Enjoy the grind on Magic Arena.